For decades, Rachael Ray has been one of the most beloved faces on television. With her warm personality, quick humor, and down-to-earth approach to cooking, she became a household name through her hit shows like 30-Minute Meals and The Rachael Ray Show. To millions, she seemed like the embodiment of authenticity, a woman who made viewers feel like they were chatting with a friend in the kitchen. But behind the bright smile and cheerful energy, there was a side of Rachael Ray that few ever saw. And after more than 30 years in the public eye, the truth about her double life has finally come to light. From the outside, Ray's story looked like a dream. A small-town girl from upstate New York who turned her love of food into an empire. Television shows, cookbooks, kitchenware, and even her own magazine. She was relatable, funny, and endlessly energetic. But while she built her career around helping others find joy in simple cooking, she was quietly hiding parts of her personal life that she rarely spoke about. Struggles, sacrifices, and secrets that fueled her unstoppable drive. One of the biggest revelations is how Rachael Ray's public image differed sharply from her private reality. Behind the scenes, she was often exhausted, overworked, and battling intense pressure to maintain the friendly, upbeat persona that made her famous. Friends and colleagues say she was juggling far more than anyone realized, hosting multiple shows, running her brand, managing a production company, and constantly traveling. She never stopped, one longtime friend admitted. Even when the cameras were off, she was working. She lived two lives, the smiling Rachael everyone saw and the one who was quietly burning out. But that wasn't the only secret she kept. For years, Rachael Ray privately struggled with deep personal loss and emotional pain. She rarely spoke about her father leaving when she was young, or how her family often struggled financially while she worked multiple jobs to make ends meet. Those experiences shaped her famous work ethic, and her belief that success only comes from relentless effort. "I learned early that nothing was going to be handed to me," she once said. "So I just worked harder than anyone else." Another hidden chapter of Ray's life involves her marriage to musician John Cosimano. On television, they appeared as a perfect match, partners who cooked, laughed, and shared an easy chemistry. But insiders claim their relationship wasn't always as smooth as it looked. Between their demanding careers and constant public scrutiny, the couple faced long separations, tabloid rumors, and personal challenges that tested their bond. Yet despite everything, they've remained together, quietly weathering storms away from the spotlight. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of Rachael's double life, however, is how deeply private she truly is. Though she's built a career in front of millions, she has always kept her personal emotions locked away. Those close to her describe her as guarded, someone who hides pain behind humor. When her New York home burned down in 2020, a tragedy that destroyed years of memories, fans saw her usual optimism as she promised to rebuild. But privately, friends say it broke her spirit for months. That house was her safe place, one insider said. Losing it was like losing a part of herself. Even as her talk show came to an end in 2023 after 17 successful seasons, Ray chose not to dwell on the sadness. Instead, she shifted focus to her new project, helping launch a network to spotlight homegrown cooking talent. It was classic Rachael, reinventing herself while quietly processing personal change. Now, as she enters a new chapter of her life, fans are finally seeing a more honest version of Rachael Ray, one who's not afraid to admit her vulnerabilities. "People think I've had it easy," she recently said, "but I've had to fight for everything. I just didn't complain about it on camera." The truth is, Rachael Ray did live a double life, not one of deceit, but of contrast. The world saw the smiling chef with boundless energy, while behind the scenes she was a woman fighting fatigue, heartbreak, and loss. And yet, through it all, she never lost her warmth or her determination to lift others up.